This is SMI TV.
So usually I get texts of people that have just heard me on the radio, you know. So I must have done a terrible job because I haven't gotten
Excuse me, we're doing an interview.
Oh.
Can you
Hi,
guys
Greg.
get your eyes off your electronic gadgets, please?
Well, I was just trying to see if there was any latest breaking reviews. You know, apparently we must have done a terrible job.
Because I'm sure that viewers are going to love watching you look at your iPhone.
Okay.
No, I'm just
All
kidding.
right. Okay. But only for about a couple minutes, you know.
Well, we've got to talk about Synergia. We got Shawn Stewart and Michael McMorrow. Synergia Northwest presents Music Matters Live at the Paramount Saturday, May 12th. How you doing today, guys?
Awake.
You're awake.
It's early morning. We're here at the Como, Fisher Plaza at Como, as you can see. And
it's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
We had to get up super early this morning to do an interview with the beautiful Jennifer Harriman on Como Radio. But we would have gotten up at 4 a.m. for her because we love her.
Yeah,
And we love our event.
And we love our event. Yeah.
And speaking of your event, talk about it. Michael, this is the third year.
I know, can you believe it?
I know, and
Wow.
and it's going to the next level.
I
And
guess so. We're moving up to the Paramount Theater this
That's
year.
right.
That's big stuff.
Talk about
It's
where you
big,
started.
scary stuff. We started at the Temple Theater in Tacoma, which is an amazing building anyhow, and very historic, and very loose and very fun. It was general admission. There was a bar in the back. You know, we had funny thing about that was we have the symphonic music, you know, embedded in the show, and we opened up with a symphonic piece back then. And the bar was so loud in the back, you know, and the people in the seats in the front were like, shh, 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 you know. So we learned a lesson.
Clash of cultures.
We
Exactly.
learned a lesson that year. No bar actually in the venue, outside in the lobby, maybe, yes, we that's fine, but actually in the venue.
Booze it up before you come.
Right, yeah, exactly. Or wait till intermission and wait in line and have a cocktail or two. But it was a great time. It was an amazing time, and actually I'll always have a fond spot in my heart for that first show.
Of course.
You know,
Never forget your first.
It was brilliant. It was one of those ones I had no idea going into it how it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then after the show, I was like in heaven.
And then
it was
last year
amazing.
was at the Moore Theater.
The last
Got
year, the
even
Moore
bigger.
Theater. Yeah, the Moore Theater was great. We had Queensryche and Tennis Pro and Heart to Heart, and the Moore was a beautiful theater. We had a great time. And this year now, the Paramount. So we're excited.
And then with the common thread, Alan White on drums, the
Yes.
legendary Alan White.
Yeah, we reinvent Alan White every year since he's the mainstay every year. And actually, Alan and his wife Gigi are kind of behind the scenes and have really guided this thing over the years and have mentored us and kept us going. And Alan's more than welcome to come back any year. And this year we're doing something extremely exciting with him. If you've been to the last couple events, you know that we've done one of his performances from Topographic Oceans, Ritual, which includes this big drum break in the middle. And we've paired other drumming ensembles with him during that. We've had Blue Thunder both years. We had Kokon Taiko last year. This year, we're going to put his feet to the fire and have him adapt his drumming styles to some Afro-Brazilian drumming.
Wow.
So we're going a completely different way with Alan this year, but it's going to be amazing. He
But,
loves it.
yeah.
Oh, he absolutely loves it. He's
Crazy time signatures.
He's
Yeah.
the man of crazy time signatures. He can
Yeah.
adapt to anything, and pretty excited.
And just as far as that performance in the live show at the Paramount on the 12th of May, it won't just be an audio experience, right? It'll be a fairly significant visual experience.
Yes, that's right. I don't want to try to let the cat out of the bag too much, but during the Afro-Brazilian drumming, there's also going to be some Afro-Brazilian singing and some Afro-Brazilian dancing
That's
as
phenomenal.
well too. So if you like carnival in Brazil, well, come to the show. 'Cause it's
That's
gonna be-
awesome. Shawn, how did you get involved? Because, obviously you're a mainstay in Seattle radio, KMTT The Mountain, and now you're on Jet City Stream, and very passionate about music, very knowledgeable about music. And it just seems like this is such a great match for you working with Michael.
Oh, it's been fantastic. He's an awesome boss.
Yeah, boss.
He's my favorite boss right now, and I have a lot of bosses. No, they're all my favorites.
How did you get involved?
Honestly, we have a mutual friend, Jody Brothers, and Jody's on the Bob Rivers Show. Such a very small, tight-knit community here in Seattle radio, and literally, I think like within a week of leaving the mountain, she said, "There's this guy, and he's doing this thing." She had no details, excuse me, about it whatsoever. But she said you should meet with him and talk to him. He's doing this cool event, and he needs some help with sponsorship.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah, right, I do.
And the first time we met, it was like a done. The deal was sealed, and we absolutely adore each other. And I can say that, right?
Sure. Yeah.
We love working together, and
It
it's
shows,
such a great
yeah.
event. We're just really passionate about this event, and I feel like we just are. We're a mission-driven organization.
Yeah.
Totally on the same page.
And we're very much on the same page with regards to how we feel like this event should go, and the people that we've brought in to help support the event, and we really believe in the cause. Michael obviously is so committed to keeping music education in schools, and I was really looking for more mission-driven work and found it, really from the second I walked in, and I'm just very happy to be here and be a part of Music Matters Live.
Yeah, I think anything that involves music education, any type of music event that benefits the community in a positive way, is something that really excites me. And so that's why I got involved in covering this and trying to do what I could to try to help spread the word. Because Michael, I think you've got something really special here. Your first year, you built the template.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
Right.
And it just seems like every year, version 1, version 2, and now version 3, it just gets better and better.
And it's still based off that original idea and template, programming-wise, the way that we actually program the show. Although we streamline and move stuff around, but the format is basically still the same. But back to your comment on special, it is special, the event, and it's really important. We are fighting a battle on a day-to-day basis to keep music education in our schools. I feel it is, and all the other people that we work with, are on this same mission. And as great as this event is, the bottom line is it's almost like a war. There's cutbacks, left and right, and they always target music classes. And in Washington State, actually, music is a core requirement, but they defund it, so it gets shelved, and we're fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
Why is it, do you think, that when they cut programs, it always seems that music in particular, why is that, you think?
I think because educators or the people who fund our educators feel like the core curriculum can't suffer, and so, it's like with anything, if you have a budget, our personal budget, and your income is, depleted, you sort of have to winnow away some of the things that maybe aren't, you got to eat, you got to pay your rent, you got to keep a roof over your head. Right. And I think that's what's happening in education. It's like we need to teach math and science and English, and sort of, keep it at that core. And while we understand that, and that those are essential, we feel very strongly that music education is essential. The arts education is essential as well, because it helps create more well-rounded students and people and future citizens, and that music education can help actually with some of that core curriculum. It can help students be better students in math and science and reading, but also ultimately that it's going to make them better human beings, and that is what is good for our community as a whole.
And good for the country, and good for our world, in the big picture.
Music teaches teamwork, collaboration.
Oh yeah.
It teaches, you have to be able to listen, and it's about the overall collective and working together toward a common goal.
Right.
And those are things that I think, as a society, we can definitely use a lot more. But those are practical things that if you choose not even to go into music, that you can take into a business environment.
Well,
Absolutely.
and it teaches discipline.
Yes.
And what could be more important than that as far as an education is concerned? You practice and you get better.
And it's fun.
And you work at it. And
it
it's
is fun.
And that's the other thing. It's like, making a great painting. At the end you have this beautiful thing that you've created. So yeah, and it's I think what we're trying to do is fairly ambitious. You mentioned that yourself, and part of that is moving into the Paramount Theater, and now we have a big venue that we need to fill. So it's very, very important for us to get the word out that we really want people to come and experience this event and help support Music Matters and the fund for Washington State educators. It's so important to us not to just put it on in a bubble, but we need people to come and see and experience this event.
And this is actually the first time in the state that there has been a fund created that's available now to accredited music programs in Washington State, where music teachers, whether public or private, and music booster clubs as well too, have now access to a fund that can make up for budget shortfalls. There really hasn't been anything like this, and it's being administered by the Washington Music Educators Association, which advocates for music programs in the state, and they do a fine job at that. So the more attention we can bring to this fund through this concert and through the license plates, and we haven't even brought that up yet, but that's what kind of started this whole thing, the Music Matters license plates, which actually funds the fund. You know, the better off we're going to be down the line. The important thing for us, though, is to really bring attention to this fund and fill it.
Yeah, you know, one of the other things that's really exciting about this year, that's new this year, is we've brought on Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard as a sponsor, and they really are committed to the community and to music education and to education, and they want to encourage people to purchase the license plates that also fund this Music Educators Fund. And so they are going to be making a contribution for the first 500 people who purchase the license plate.
Right, it's amazing.
So it's just very, you know, there are a lot of people that are involved that really care passionately about this event and about the fund, and there are a lot of different ways to support it, but the way that, you know, either buy the license plate, come to our event, or do both.
Or do both.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll have forms at the concert that you can actually take home with you and purchase a license plate.
Yep, and there'll also be representatives from Carter Subaru there, and there might even be a fancy new Carter Subaru parked in the lobby of the Paramount Theater. You can kick the tires.
And not only is Carter involved, which is fantastic, and what they're doing, but we can't fail to mention the other sponsors that are as well too. So really the community is coming together. We have Bartell Drugs, who signed on as our title sponsor.
BECU is involved.
BECU is involved. King 5 Television.
Warm FM and
Yep.
King 5 Television.
Yeah.
No, it's really you know, everyone we talk to about this event loves the idea.
I knew one that came on that you're not probably
Jet City Stream.
Jet City Stream, of
Jet
course.
City Stream.
Yeah, Jet City Stream.
And Yamaha Music actually just came on, and Ted Brown Music.
Great.
Through Yamaha is donating all of our percussion equipment, so all of our timpanis and things like that, and a drum kit too for the stage.
And
So
speaking of
go.
donating and supporting, really, by coming to the event, you're also supporting all the artists that are playing at the event, because they're donating their time and energy to make this a great night. So we're talking about Vicky Martinez, Leroy Bell, Star Anna and the Laughing Dogs, Alan White, Howard Leese, and all of the student musicians and the professional musicians that are playing in our Synergia Northwest
And some
Orchestra.
others we can't announce yet.
Yes,
Surprise guests,
and
of
some other
course.
surprise guests that we cannot announce yet.
You'll just have to come to the show.
You just have to come to the
It's
show.
going to be very, very exciting.
Now, don't you feel like we're on like public TV right now? Are the phones ringing?
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously. You know what, Michael? That's
No
next
tote
year.
bags, though. We're really
Next
sorry.
year.
Next year we'll have tote bags.
Yeah, we don't have.
And T-shirts.
You know,
and
yeah, the phones are quiet right now
Yeah.
back there, but you know,
Yeah.
for a $100 donation, no.
Synergy to me is definitely more than an entertainment event, but it's really one of those things you have to be there. You have to experience it. It's a total multimedia musical experience. And
So please come.
So please come.
to our event.
Gonna be
Music Matters Live, May 12th, Paramount Theater. It's going to be such a great event. We'll be there. You'll see us in the lobby. Michael will be running around like a chicken with his head cut off.
And
I'll be
performing
calm
as well too. You'll see
and
me on
performing.
stage.
I'll be calm, cool, and collected. So
Yes,
please come and
that's
say
it.
hello.
Shawn is always so
That's
zen.
what we have Shawn on board.
She's
being
zen.
a calm, cool, collected one.
Yep.
I'm the one that
I'm
is
the
out
zen
of my
master.
mind. Yeah.
Yin and yang.
That's
yes, I love it. Well, you guys, thank you for your time.
Thank
And
you
I
so
will see
much.
you in a few weeks at Synergia Northwest presents Music Matters Live, May 12th at the Paramount.